So we started up. I gotta hear this.
There's
Okay.
one doctor that does this in San Antonio.
Dog cataract surgery. Okay.
Cataract surgery for a dog.
Okay.
All right, I'm biased. I love the dog. My dad's been in vacation for the last 10 days, and we babysit her, and she's the sweetest dog you've ever met. But she's blind as a bat. She has two cataracts in both eyes.
Well, I respect that. I've
And
spent
so
money on
there's-
dog surgeries
there's
before.
Cataract surgery for the dog.
Would you get the door there, John?
Yes, absolutely.
And
Nice.
I'm for it. You know, and she's an older dog too.
Yeah.
So my dad said it's worth it if she can see, even if she just lasts another year or two. It's worth it to him.
No, it's a
And
close
she's
relation.
such a good girl. Like I have to put eye drops in her eyes, and no problem. Boom, boom. Put the eye drops in. She has to take 2 pills. I can literally put my hand in her mouth, give her the pill, shut her mouth, and she will not bite me.
Whoa.
She'll do everything in her power not to bite me.
No. What a cute puppers.
Yeah, she's a little Yorkie.
Well, it's my 40th birthday this weekend.
I know,
Oh.
on Sunday.
Congratulations.
Yep. I am excited. It's going to be fun. So,
I know what you're having for your birthday.
you do?
Yeah.
Alex told you?
It's posted. You should know too.
I don't know.
Just look on Facebook.
I haven't. She knows I haven't looked. So I guess there's some surprise happening. I don't know what. So I'm looking forward to it. We're whatever it is. I don't know, man. Like
New decade.
I remember. I vividly remember my dad was downstairs in his office. We're talking about turning 40, and Jay Robbins came in and like started mocking him, telling him it's like his life's over and he's over 40. And I'll never forget that. And that's my view of turning 40 is it's over.
No, 40 is the new 30,
Is it?
and 50 is the new 40. You're an adult now.
It just keeps going up
No.
every 10
Now that you're
years.
40, now you're officially an adult.
I'm officially
You can't make
an
stupid
adult.
mistakes anymore.
I can't make stupid
Your 40s
mistakes
is when you make the
anymore.
most money too.
Well, I'm all for that. Sure.
Your
Yeah, that'd
40s,
be great. Pay for
you-
the kids and,
You're
actually
a big boy now.
go on a
you're an adult
vacation
in
for
your
once.
40s.
That'd be nice. But how's your week been?
It's been an excellent week. It's been a kind of a set myself up for success type of week.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
Like I have a prospect I'm working with. He's gonna buy her. Unfortunately, his mom passed older.
Okay.
His mom passed away, and then his wife's mom passed away, all older. And they got an inheritance, so they're gonna be buying their daughter a house cash coming up. Her lease is up in June, so we're gonna be looking for a house for her.
Nice.
My out of town buyer, we virtually found a house because they live in Georgia.
Okay.
And their house is under contract and they're moving to San Antonio. They virtually found a house that's perfect, so I went to go preview it. It is perfect for them. So they got on a, they're right now in the air, and we're gonna go show them tomorrow. Both of them are coming to San Antonio to go look at it. I set up another 5 just in case.
Nice.
That one's not it, but I plan on being under contract this weekend, which is nice because that closes on the 26th. It'd be a quick deal because it's cash.
Yeah, that'd be really
So close
good.
to 26th of this month. So I was excited about that. Then went on a listing presentation this week. May or may not end up getting it. I told you about it a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Got it. They liked me. Got it. But now she's having second thoughts about selling.
And for legitimate reasons.
Legitimate reasons. And,
So we'll see what happens.
So doing that.
But she chose you, though.
She chose me.
Yeah.
And if she decides to rent, she'll choose us. If she chooses not to sell, when she eventually does sell, she'll choose me.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. And then another listing is a past client that about 2 months ago, it was inheritance that her dad passed away. And we were going to be selling their houses in like Timberwood Park area.
Okay.
But there were a lot of things that needed to be repaired and redone and stuff like that. And she sent me pictures this week that they're almost there. Now they just need to have an estate sale and they're ready to go on the market. So that's coming up. So things are kind of buzzing.
I can show you what's going on in the market. Funny enough, about an hour ago, March's stats came out.
I'm curious to see how they are because current business, I have 2 listings. I have 3 listings currently on the market. One of them is in long active options, the horse property.
Yeah.
But the other two, we haven't had any showings this week at all. We're going to open houses this weekend, but we haven't had any showings.
Now, this is back all through early March to now, so we're talking a whole month, not just the last few days.
I'm kind of blaming the war a little bit on it, and the gas prices, because we had showings, boom, boom, boom. Then we went to war, and then it stopped.
But that would affect the closings for this month.
Yes.
March was very strong.
Yeah.
And especially on the resale. In fact, let's just show it here. I'll show you guys. Let's take a look.
I feel like because before that, rates did go down.
Yep.
Before they went back up.
Here, I'll pull it up. So this is not even on their site yet. So this is pretty cool. You can see existing home new construction. A 28% increase year over year is quite sizable. But part of the way I have to also kind of explain is it was a bad March last year. March was a slow. So if you get a slow month and then you have a good month, it gives you this crazy number, 28% higher, which is sizable, but this is still good. Very good growth. Very good growth. Don't let me demean that. But the continued trend of new construction declining relative to the resale market, that's a given. Same thing's happening there. The continued increase in the average and median price of new construction and the decline on the single family side too. Mm-hmm. So this is stuff we've talked about over a long period of time. But now the breakaway is we're in a net growth year on year, even with the loss of new construction because of just the strong closings that we've had this last month in the resale market, which I can tell you in-house, absolutely, noticed it, which is good to see. And you'll see it at the sales meeting next week. What I thought was really interesting is this disparity between you have a 28% increase in the number of closings, but a 23% increase in the volume. And you look at that and you're like, well, if more homes are selling, wouldn't the volume of closed business go up equally? And not necessarily.
Prices have come down.
Exactly. That's exactly it. Prices have declined, and the sub-average and sub-median market has really rebounded and had a very strong March, which I'm happy. And that's why you see the median price going down. Mm-hmm. So, I like that. That's good. To me, that's a sign of the market healing. So I'm happy to see that. Let's look on time. So the other stat on here that I think, especially for a listing agent, you want to know about days on market. Mm-hmm. Well, new listings, that's the smallest increase we've had.
Where am I?
Okay, look right here. So new listings entering the market for March was only 2% over last year. Which that's good. That's I like to see that. That's good. Active listings, because of the way the market is, are up 8%. You have people just refusing to be real with their pricing. Mm-hmm. And that's why days on market's gone up 94 to 94 on existing.
It's 11% increase.
Yeah, that's but you still have this. It's weird to see. It's weird in the market to see the number of transactions increasing, but the amount of homes on the market growing. Mm-hmm. And days on market growing. And what I think is going on is you have this glut of homes where people who bought in the last 4 years are trying to sell, they're underwater, and they're not able to. Mm-hmm. That's what I think I see going on. Is you see these homes, the 150 days, 180 days, they just can't sell, and they're just holding out, praying that someone will come to the table and save them. And I think that's the story.
Too, it's Friday, so I can be colorful in my language. There's a lot of shit in the market.
Well, that too.
In especially in the $300,000 price range and under.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it in the market. Shane and I were talking about it a few weeks ago. There's a lot of crappy houses out there.
Well, homes that aren't move-in ready.
Well, because you're right. Sellers and sellers agents are not prepping the houses properly the way they should be. Some of the things that I've seen since I've been showing homes with buyers, I'm like, I can't believe this.
Dirt, dirty flooring, they don't clean the home. It's not kept. I've heard a lot of complaints. Smells. I've heard a lot of complaints on smells. It's almost like an apathy maybe it's a sign of a little bit of frustration from certain sellers in the market. But
Well, no,
yeah.
and a few years ago you could have gotten away with it.
And maybe that's it too.
Yeah, you got away with it.
Yeah, you can't get away with it now. It's
You
too
can't get away with
competitive.
it now.
Well, dude, you have active listings 8% above the same time last year. It just keeps going up, and I would bet you have more homes selling, which is good. But this might be the only time I've seen this huge increase in listings and a huge increase in sales.
Mm-hmm.
It's because the people that are pricing right are selling. I think that's it. The homes that are
Pricing and presentation.
priced right, presented right, they're selling. Absolutely. Like I had mine under contract in a weekend. Like just a month. That was around a little before that,
It was priced right.
and it looked good.
Yeah,
Is it any surprise?
I don't think so. It was a good location too.
Yeah. So next sales meeting, we have pulled the stats, and it's very interesting. I'm not going to spoil anything on that, but it's very interesting to see what's going on in the market.
How does this correlate? Like the last couple of weeks, I've had probably each week about 5 or 6 investors call me that I have no idea who they are, wanting me to help them find homes.
I think that they
Can't find on their own.
They can, yeah. They're not getting the traction they want. People aren't selling to them for the price they want, and their margins have become tighter because the cost of materials has gone up. And think about this. What's declined? Median price has declined.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what they could sell for has gone down a little bit, maybe, and then the cost of materials, the cost has gone up.
Yeah.
So their margins have tightened, and so they're more desperate to find deals, and they're out there in total search mode.
Or are people not selling crappy homes? Like really low priced homes? I mean,
think
the
they're
deal
out there.
the deal of $100,000 house doesn't exist anymore.
Well, that does not exist unless it's a mess.
And that's what they're trying to find through me or through an agent. Because I don't feel special. I know they're calling 100 other agents too, besides me.
In a minute. So, yeah, I think you don't have. I think it's they need to have better deals that really don't exist.
I even had one say that they'd pay me the commission.
Oh, they're desperate.
Yeah.
They just want you, but yeah, it has to match their terms, and the terms they want aren't real. We had a series we had a series of investors go in on a property to make offers. I know what that thing should be
Lutz.
worth.
Too.
Yeah, and the numbers they got were really low, even a little lower than I thought they would give on it. And it's because the margins are tighter. They're not as favorable, and so if you're full time into flipping, this is not. I don't think it's a good market for flipping. Renting too is a tough market.
But I think you can find a deal
Oh, I think they're out there.
for rental. And if you're
Yeah.
realistic and you're paying $230 for a house,
Yeah.
I think you can find it. You may not get it rented fast, but it's a long time hold.
Yeah. You need, I think that's the better way to invest now is you go in and you buy a home that needs 20, 30K of work. You get a good deal on it. You rent it out. You get that, you go from short-term to long-term capital gains. You use that depreciation a bit for your benefit. And then you sell in 3 to 5 years. I think that makes a lot of sense. A lot more sense than flipping. Flipping is just so time intensive, and the returns, I think, right now.
Or is there a lot of people getting into it? Like, was there a seminar recently, and all these people are now getting into flipping,
Well,
and now they're calling us.
the packaged investments for multifamily has totally flopped the market, the rental market in the Northeast side. I don't know if I showed you that. Did I tell you about that? We have the highest occupancy rate. The lowest. Actually, let me rephrase that. We have the lowest occupancy rate of any major city in the United States
For rentals.
Really?
for multifamily.
For apartments.
Okay. Highest vacancy.
Wow. So if
Of
you're looking for an
any-
apartment, you can find deals.
Oh yeah, and they
That's
are.
interesting. Yeah.
They're giving people a free month not to move out. If someone comes to them and I've heard this from.
Well, they want to increase in
managers.
rent. You'll be like,
They can't.
Yeah.
They're losing money.
Why?
Well,
Not that it affects me really, but why?
I think what happened, and it's gone on for a while, is they had this huge surge in construction of apartment complexes where people were packaging investors
During the pandemic?
during
Yeah,
the
I remember
pandemic,
seeing
and
all
right
these
after
places.
that, all these huge projects started up. And at that time, the numbers made sense. But the problem is they literally created their own downfall by their own popularity.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have, I mean, look at the Northeast side. I've seen 30, 40,
Oh, go
50.
down 1604.
Yeah.
You'll hit 30 apartment complexes or more
Yeah.
just on 1604 before you get to my house.
So, I mean, it's really simple, supply and demand.
I'm like, why would you want to live near a highway, right up a highway like that?
I know, and you see a lot of those.
Right? I mean, tons of it on 1604. Also, I'm wondering how much of this credit score. San Antonio has low credit score. Let's face that.
Yeah,
I wonder how much
that's
of-
true.
They're not qualifying for these apartments.
Well, I mean, they have to live. People have to live somewhere, and apartments they're
Well,
really open.
at their home.
Yeah, they're at home, but apartments have been pretty generous on that kind of stuff
Yeah.
lately. I mean, they're doing anything to get people in, anything, because they want that high occupancy rate. Even if they're losing money, they'd rather have people in there. And then that's the market, and so that's tanked the residential rental market. I'll let you in on it. Is tanked in the Northeast, continued to. I've never seen in my life a decline, a year-on-year decline for 4 to 5 years in rent.
And my dad's house is still for rent.
Yeah,
Christina Path, if anybody wants to show a nice rental in the Northeast side.
you just have to drop it.
Yeah.
That's the only, yeah. I mean, like I dropped mine like $200 a month
Wow.
to get it rented because I saw where it was going. I'm like, I'm not going to play this game. I don't want it off the market. I'd rather undercut everyone else and just get a tenant in there. And that's kind of like. In fact, I'm actually meeting with
You had it for a year.
one of our major owners for property management. I'm meeting with him, and we're going to talk on it because it's like, dude, this is what's going on. Like, they need to understand what's happening. In fact, I might actually make a printout based on the next market report to give to them. Anyways, thought you'd get a kick out of that. But, you know, what do? You have to adjust. And that's an affordability adjustment. And that's a good thing. Like, I actually like seeing things becoming more affordable. We're setting a new standard. And that's good for the consumer. And yeah, as agents, yeah, it's
Bad for a
frustrating.
seller.
It's not fun for sellers,
Not fun for sellers
but at least it's a double-edged blade for them.
if they're buying
Yeah, if they're
In San
buying
Antonio.
or renting.
in San Antonio.
Yeah, if they're buying or selling it, or buying or renting in San Antonio, it's not it.
Very.
It's very
It's
favorable.
funny. I did a study. I was like looking past clients. The majority of my sellers move out of state or out of San Antonio.
For family or work, what's the primary motivator? Just whatever.
Various, but they're not buying another home. They're not doing move ups. They're not moving. I mean, typically the way it was, like in Pheasant Ridge, the neighborhood that I market, you know, their kids grew up and they're not in Madison anymore. They went to college, so they're either downsizing or living their, you know, empty nest life.
Yeah.
But it's typically out of San Antonio.
I still think the investment opportunity is that South Central is good. Everything I see points towards it. In fact, like if I get in that, we'll find out very soon on the TIFA program. If I get in that, I'm getting in.
You're supposed to know
another property
already.
down there. No, not yet. Early April, but they had to push
It
back.
is early. Oh.
They had to push it back a few days for the application period.
Oh.
So probably mid-month, I guess, mid-April, maybe
Mhm.
today. In fact, I'll check right now here to see if I got it.
He'll start crying.
Oh, I would.
He'll start crying.
Nope, nothing.
Aw.
Nothing.
Yeah, I agree with you about that part of town, but the thing is convincing people to live there. The infrastructure and things need to improve, and I think they are, but progress is slow.
Well, you can't. I think for me, the way I invest is I look at an area and I want to see. I want to be able to sell it in 10 years and make good money. That's me. So like I'm willing to let the rent. I don't care as much about making this insane cash flow, even though it is one of the best places for cash flow.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to be able to sell that in 10 years, or 1031 that into a couple properties. That would be my strategy on that. So, in fact, I mean, we've talked about, setting up LLCs with agents so we could pull together and do some investments too. If any agents want to do that, would you ever be interested in that if that came up?
Possibly.
Like we get the LLC, we do a DSCR loan, something like that. I get property management to cut us a deal because we have an ownership interest in it.
Free.
I can't do free, but I can cut a deal.
90% off.
A substantial deal. So we do a deal, we throw it in management, and we just let it sit for 10 years, and then we have a vote. And, we do a vote every 2 years or something to sell.
What's the 10-year thing about?
I think if you're looking at, I think right now, let's say we have somewhere, it depends on the area. Like I'd expect that in 10 years to go up 30 to 40%.
But why? And Ed tried to explain to me one time. His investors that held it always sold every 10 years.
Probably for
Is it-
depreciation, expenses, or some other elements to that, tax reasons. The value's gone up. There's so much equity they could leverage that with a sale into other properties and make even more. Because you could take that money, you could refinance it, pull the cash out, sell
But there's
it.
not a magic thing that happens, if you do it year 9 or year 11.
No, I don't think I'm not aware of anything like that. I think what it is like, okay, with mine. I mean, dude, I have like a pretty good amount of equity in that home after 12 years. 12 to 13 years.
You put work into that house, though.
I did, but even after that, a lot. And let's be honest, you know the story. My tenants ruined my home, unfortunately. And that was not fun. But
I remember when you bought that house.
pretty crazy, eh?
And I remember the house before.
No, this is the first one I sold. The one Coral Grove.
I'm thinking about the one that
The
wasn't
pool.
the 2-story.
Yeah, that was Coral Grove.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
with the pool. But I remember the one before that. It's
The-
still in the same area.
Yeah, the one in Eden
In
does
Eden.
not have a pool. It's a 1-story.
Yeah.
The one with the pool
Did
was
you sell
the
that one in
2-story.
Eden?
That's the one I sold.
Oh, I thought you sold Coral Grove.
That is Coral Grove.
Okay.
Burnt Oak is the pool one. I sold that because I'm not renting a home with a pool.
So you just recently sold 2 houses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not recently. 5 years ago.
well,
5
that's
years
recent.
ago for Burnt Oak.
Oh.
Yeah, I did well on both of them.
So you just recently sold the 1-story house.
Yes,
I thought it was the 2-story house that you recently sold.
No. You didn't even look at my listing.
No,
Wow.
because I trust you.
What a jerk.
Well, you didn't text me the link.
We looked at it on here. You saw the photos, you fool. Man,
I don't remember.
I'm gonna tell Hector on here.
Hey, I'm 50. I
I'm
don't
gonna-
remember.
Is it time for me to retire? Are you telling me it's time to retire?
Yes,
Is that
it's time
it?
to retire.
Oh God.
Houses run together.
All right, no, I feel you on that. I get you. I do want to get that. Like, I think we could do that with some agencies, like pool some investments, have agreement together that's really simple. We just do a vote to
You get
sell.
like a monthly
Just put it into an
monthly
account.
dividend.
I do a yearly distribution or something. Is what I would do. Report a yearly distribution to everyone, a few $1,000, something
Nice
like
little
that.
bonus at the end of the year.
Yeah, that'd make a lot of sense. You get the home, everyone throws in an equal amount of money. You have a reserve for repairs that you keep, and then we build the reserve up.
And the agents don't do anything.
Not to do anything.
And they can play.
Yeah. Well, they can help find it. I mean, if they want to work together, if they want to be on the team that finds it
Or
together.
you can have an agent that doesn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Just
Throw some money in and
Throw
do
some
it
money.
here.
Yeah.
Get a percentage of it, and go from there. It would be hard
be
to
a
do.
voting member.
Every 2 years a vote, something like that. I think would make sense. Do you want to sell or not? Or people can offer to get bought out. Offer to buy the other person out if they want to sell it or keep it.
That could be a cool idea.
Yeah, I might try that. Because then it would be like, I think agents, it would help agents because bridge that gap to retirement, get into investing a little bit,
That's how agents retire.
Exactly. I mean, dude, I know there's something about 10 years you get a really nice, if you're smart. Because, okay, downtown, it's not going to be South Central. You're going to get the huge gains in 2 to 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's 7 to 8. It's the Marvel all that stuff going on. The expansion of the Riverwalk. It's the medical complex and investment that's going on down there. Then will come some highway adjustments, and that's 10 years. Now,
That's when,
different.
what's going to happen is that's when you're going to see everybody in Dignity Hill sell their houses.
yeah, those are the
That's
years.
going to be the boom
Yeah.
That's gonna be the boom in that area once that happens.
Yeah. You got to get.
Because it crashed.
It did.
It crashed
Oh,
and
yeah.
burned in that area.
That whole downtown market, man, especially east and west, is like. We predicted it.
You and I did, because who wants to live down there?
Yeah.
It's sexy, it's glamorous to live down there, but are there any good schools?
No. And
Where do you grocery shop?
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
So that glamorous kind of goes away after a while.
Well, and the quality of the work.
Or you see couples that go down there, yuppies that move in,
And then they have kids.
and then they have kids and they're like, we gotta move to the suburbs.
Yeah.
That's what happened down there.
It's that whole area. Like, I mean, dude, we called it. I mean, it's not, I don't think it's really that hard to predict long-term market changes. I think you could do it reasonably well if you have some experience.
Like
we
Alamo
have.
Ranch is crazy right now.
Oh, it's over 100 now.
Well, that's where I'm shopping for that out of town buyer, and I have never. Okay, so I registered on a couple of builders like websites
Uh-huh.
just to kind of look. I've never had so many builders reps call me,
Oh, they're desperate.
and I'm like, a few years ago, it'd be hard for me to get them on the phone that they would return my calls, and now they're like, they're like desperately calling me. And I'm like, no, we decided to go pre-owned.
It's broken 100.
I can imagine.
On the existing
You can
homes.
get a really nice house there, cheap. I've been looking. I mean, the values. So when do you think that area would go up,
5 years.
and why?
I think it's going to take some time for. Okay, one, I do believe the market's healing as a whole, and it will be one of the last ones to kind of get back into that mode. I think you'll start seeing that days on market dropping maybe late next year, depending on like how the market plays out. I think it'll start to drop. It's not happening now. It's absolutely not. There's still too much new construction, and that new construction is going to be a bane for that overall area until they can improve the infrastructure.
And that's it.
There's really no plans that I'm aware of to fix a lot of the infrastructure there. There's not enough of an attention to it to facilitate that change.
Yeah, there's no police substations out there or anything.
They're in trouble.
And the crime's actually
In
high
fact,
out there.
it
Yeah,
might.
I mean, I bet. Yeah.
Here's what will happen. The median price is going to decline in that area. It's going to go down and down until it sells, and then they're going to have something's going to happen.
Well, I think a lot of people in the military got taken advantage in that area.
Oh, they went in there thinking that's the military area to be, and I get it. Like, one of my friends that moved in from out of town, that's where but they're north of that a little bit, so not quite as bad. But even in his area, like, there's stop signs that get 30-minute waits in the morning and stuff. I mean,
Really?
like, who the
Labor Road sucks.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
Tonight,
The Tranco Road sucks.
yeah, I don't want to be down. Who would want to be down there? I hate it. I hate that
I
area.
mean, if you work at Lackland,
Yeah, but like, that's what. Okay, so that's the other problem is if you see in 5 to 7 years through course of renovation and infrastructure where there will be more attention to South Central, you might see more people moving down there.
well, we lost a lot of military too in San Antonio.
What do you mean? I don't
They
remember.
moved. I forgot what it was. They moved a command center out of San Antonio. They moved it to I think Georgia.
But I think
Where's Donna?
we're still
Yes.
net. We're still net ahead though. I think actually on that.
People,
follow
I think
that.
it's less. No?
There's some other factors. There's a lot of people that got moved in here through the base relocation stuff and centralization.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of people coming in too.
But your typical San Antonio military person is coming here for training.
Yeah.
They're not buying a house with the training.
No.
They can't afford a house with the training.
No.
Or they're here for 3 years.
Yeah.
And can they qualify for a house? Probably. Should they be a homeowner? In my opinion, in a lot of cases, no.
No. Don't use your. Well, it depends.
Right. If they know on the front side they're going to probably rent their house out.
They plan around it, and then they're building their investment.
Don't expect me to sell your house in 3 years that you just bought a brand new house.
Oh yeah, that's.
And that's what happened to a lot of military people.
They did, and that's. I mean, Jeff.
It's one of my listings right now. I shouldn't talk about this. But yeah, it happened to one of my listings.
Every week, I get a call for a CMA because an agent knows that in their heart it's underwater, but they don't. They want to hear it from someone else. And like, it's heartbreaking. Like it's like, hey, what's the story? They bought 2 years ago. They bought 3 years ago. Like, and
it's a brand new home.
Brand
Yeah.
new home.
Brand new home.
They're screwed.
Yeah.
And we talked to, man, did we call it? Flippin' called it. Like, dude, it's not that hard to
I
predict how
wonder,
this stuff will
this is
play
a
out.
blast from the past, most people watching don't know. I wonder how many calls has Martin Tirado gotten wanting to sell homes that he sold those people?
I gotta watch my language because
No, okay, just say he's awesome about keeping track of his people, and they call him. But how many people that he sold a home, 3-4 years ago, are now calling to sell recently? Because he was the king of new construction in Elmore.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that are not happy.
And how angry they are at him right
Oh,
now.
I bet there's plenty. I mean, this is what can hurt people's business in the long run. They really don't build the base in a way, and they don't manage and treasure the people they work with.
Well, no, yes, but they don't have the fiduciary duty to their client, letting them know that this could be a
They're not
shaky
honoring it.
investment in 3 years. When I know for sure you're going to be leaving in 3 years.
Yeah, exactly.
That's stupid.
Instead of they're just looking for a fast commission check. Instead, why don't we look at a pre-existing home that's in a little bit different area that would have a greater possibility of appreciating in 3 years? Do you think they have? Do you think most agents have that conversation? They get a
No.
VA buyer.
No, I don't think they do. Oh, you want to buy? That's great. Let's go. That's it. That's probably 90% of it.
I would say that's the difference between an XYZ agent and a Berkshire Hathaway agent. We need to be better.
I agree 100%. Like, where are we going to see growth in San Antonio? I think the areas that are holding well are, I think North Central is still going to hold very well compared to most. I actually think I-10 going up to the Fair Oaks area as I-10 changes, I believe that's definitely where there's going to be continued growth. Is going
That's
to
going
be
to be a
up through
luxury
Bernie.
market.
Yeah, Bernie up to Bernie will continue to grow. You'll see more the new construction, a lot of this luxury stuff going out towards Helotes,
Yes.
that way, Bandera. I see that. That makes a lot of sense. I think that will continue to grow. There is a little oversaturation, I think, down on the new construction on Bandera in certain areas, but I still think it's going to eventually catch up. Bulverde, 100%. Bulverde, the northward movement is going to continue going on. I think south, that western expansion will slow down.
Well, all that has to do
Yeah.
with I think, with schools too, and school districts in that area. That they're good schools.
And that's a
That's
good point.
But then people move up there. They're like, there's nothing to do here.
It's different. But there is more going up there. Like Bernie's fun. You can go up to Fredericksburg, you go up to all these different areas and stuff. There's more options in the hill country these days. There are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's popular with kids. Like I know a lot of parents with young kids that like to go up to the hill country for the weekend.
It's a lot of fun, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot to do.
Mm-hmm.
Bulverde, I do think that growth will continue. 100%.
Yeah,
I think it's
and you
gonna
got
work.
room.
You got the room
You
for
got
it.
the room.
You've got Johnson Ranch was one of the greatest blessings to happen to that area because it finally had, homes for the middle class.
Still shirt Ciblos. It still grows.
Oh yeah, sales. Now the rental market's screwed in that area.
Yeah, it is.
But 35 corridor, you'll still see growth that way. Absolutely. I think you'll see some more growth southeast a bit. I think that's what we're going to see. North, all that whole north area, I think will continue.
Area
to grow.
1400, 1500 always moves.
That's going to go. That's going to continue to solidify, stay strong. The areas that are going to really struggle, I think, southeast. Unless they can get some new construction, I think they had too much of a boom.
They need infrastructure too.
And Alamo Ranch Southwest, I think, is going to have problems because if you think about it, the moment South Central becomes an option that a military officer would want to live in, as it develops and reaches that point, it's going to pull people from those other areas.
All right, so drive, and I did this. Drive from 151 1604 and just keep on going on 1604 till forever. Go 20 minutes on the road. New construction everywhere. But nothing else.
Yeah, it's got to catch up.
No retail, no hospitals, nothing is there. It's middle of nowhere, but there's new construction all of a sudden.
Yep, it's a problem.
You have that problem also going north 1604, Converse, past Converse, like
Yeah.
Lavernia, in that area. You just see all these homes, but no infrastructure. Glamorous, get out of the city to live, but what are you going to do when you're there?
Yeah. Like, I mean,
I used to say
Yeah.
that about Shirt Cibola, but they're starting to get.
oh, that area is.
It
really
started, but
changed.
but let's say 10 years ago, I was like, why do people want to live there?
Yeah.
Not even a movie theater nearby.
I remember that. Yeah.
You know, but you know that it needs to catch up. Commercial needs to catch up.
You know, the density, New Braunfels' density is just, it's so packed. It's ridiculous. It's continuing to grow. Those little communities.
Oh,
like
it's
that are
funny.
fun.
It's so funny because they always say, "What side of 35 are you when you live in New Braunfels?" If you live on the east side of 35, you're not in Braunfels. You're Seguin.
Such a pretty area. I like, honestly, if you want my opinion, for one of the best areas for value for homes is east of 35 near
What's
Braunfels. Cheap,
It's a lot cheaper than the other side of 35.
lots of land. You have so many parks and everything to go to. Great restaurants like
Rivers.
all along there. The river, it is gorgeous.
They're building a lot up there, from what I've heard.
Oh yeah, it's nice. Like if I was spending 400 to 500K, and I had some flexibility of where to live, that'd be my area up there, and I want a little
I'd
bit
live,
of
in
land.
I'd live in a condo, a high-rise condo.
Okay,
I
that's
live at the
fair.
Carlisle on Broadway. That's where I would live.
Is that where you want to be?
Well, okay. So my mom and dad, before they bought their house in Oakville Farms, when my sister and I went to college, they sold their house in Northwoods and they bought a condo unit 302, at the Carlisle on Broadway. It's a high-rise condo.
Uh-huh.
It's for sale right now.
Oh, you want that.
I want it bad.
How much is it going for?
It's like 420. It's third level, but and so I could do it, right?
Yeah.
But the monthlies are $1,400 a month. I can't afford the monthlies.
Ugh.
$1,400 a month. You get a lot. Now you get a lot for those monthlies.
Yeah.
You get a hell of a lot for those monthlies. You know, if I had no mortgage and just the monthlies, I could do it. But I saw it and I'm like,
I love mid-century modern homes, but the later ones in the early '80s, which I think is called an Austin mid-century. Some I've heard that term coined. You know, John likes mid-century modern.
there's a
too.
neighborhood in Leander, Texas. The whole neighborhood is mid-century modern. It's almost like a time warp, and it's new construction.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I
that's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
I
it's-
think
they're
there's
new
an
homes.
opportunity for that. I think new
You
construction.
think it's coming back? I mean, it's been
I
back.
think so. Absolutely. I think so.
So you think like the modern, sleek look, minimalistic is gone?
I think it's kind of fading away a little bit from what I've seen.
I agree. I think what you're going to see. I agree. Here's Brad's psychic. I'll make a psychic prediction that we made, and they've been pretty good over the years.
You're pretty good.
My gut is that where people are going to settle for smaller homes. Okay, I think that's just that's reality.
But open.
I think you're going to see people wanting more modular homes, like not modular as in modular homes, but the design. Like for instance, if you go back in time when they built new construction in the 80s, they had similar homes, but they did different little things with each of them with the floor plan. They would change them up, be a little more playful with it, a little bit larger lots, and a little more creativity. And I think there's a demand for that to break out of these subdivisions.
Are you saying Green Springs Valley
Kind of like that a little bit, yeah.
at the time?
Yeah, at the time, like that, like where you have these different designs, they're playing with it. Even Eden had some of that kind of stuff too. I think you'll see that again as new construction slows. They're going to have to be more for someone to want that and pay more. They're going to have to get something for it. And I think a lot of young people do not like the cookie cutter homes.
No, I certainly don't. No.
Yeah, they want something different. Now they might have to settle for smaller lots. And another thing we might see come back to give more room is the garden home design with lots. I could see that again.
They want
coming back.
yards. People want yards.
You end up with, you can take a smaller, that's the beautiful thing about a garden home is if you design it right, you can end up with a larger lot if you move them around correctly.
A lot of my friends, they talk about garden homes. They're really interested in
That
that.
doesn't surprise me, and it makes sense because I think a lot of the people in their 20s, they like they're a little more invested into their homes
Mhm.
and what they want to do with them. There's a lot more desire to be creative
Mm-hmm.
with their home. That's my gut, and that's the feeling I get. And I think we're going to see that coming. I like that. That actually fits my personality quite a bit. So I like that. I don't like cookie cut. I understand the necessity of them
Yeah.
for financial reasons, but that necessity is going to disappear because you're going to have people are going to accept they're more expensive.
Mhm.
That's just going to happen, and that's where it's going to go. And okay, if it's more expensive, I'm not going to buy the cookie cutter home. If I'm paying more for it, I'm going to want something I like.
Yeah, but what you were just saying, looking at new construction, I'm seeing a lot of like 1,300,
Yeah.
1,400 square foot homes being built.
That's just how it is. I think people are going to accept it.
Tiny bedrooms.
But that's just where this is going. I think that's just the reality of it. People, it's the only way to get affordability together for a lot of people. But they're going to want some more creativity with it. Larger lots, the garden home.
Mhm.
I think we'll see more of to give that feeling of a larger lot for people. So we'll see how that plays out.
Condo sales need to happen. I want to move into a condo.
Condo
Yeah, I mean,
fees
I
are
don't
mad.
But not a condo that has stairs. I want an elevator condo.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I want a building.
Why don't you go live in Almost Tower over there,
Well, that'd be pretty cool.
It's old people.
Jeff? Take my hand.
Isn't that where the Deshays live?
Maybe?
They live. Wait.
Is that where it is? I don't know.
No, they live.
Jeff, take my hand. I have to tell you something.
I am old.
You're getting old, Jeff. I'm getting old.
Uh,
We're both old.
I either want to either move into my dad's house or a condo.
Someone thought I was in my early 30s though the other day. I had someone also.
Well, no one believes I'm 50.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good for 50.
Thank you, Ozempic.
Jesus Christ. Oh man.
I don't smoke, don't drink.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
funny how much that. In fact, I read a thing about how so few people that are younger are drinking.
Yes,
Good.
I read that too.
Good.
Like the people in their 20s are not drinking as much. They're smoking pot.
Yeah,
That's what they're doing.
a little, yeah.
But yeah, they didn't follow it up on that story, but that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not drinking as much.
So other predictions for fun. We've had a fun day today. Let's see. What about you, Jeff? What do you think you're going to see happening in San Antonio and real estate predictions? Fun real estate predictions.
Okay, so I think about it a little differently.
Okay.
And I'm not getting into politics, but it's the truth. You know, we need a new mayor that's pro-business.
Yeah.
In Nuremberg was a mayor with pro-business, and I supported him. We need more jobs and more businesses moving to San Antonio.
100%.
You know,
Yeah.
that happens, you're gonna see a boom. And
Yeah.
what we have now, we don't have a pro-business environment here in San Antonio yet. So my prediction is there's going to be, when we have a new council,
I don't think our mayor's going to make it through another cycle.
I don't think she's going to make it past her term. But and I'm not being ugly, like she's going to die. I mean, she's going to resign. But once we have a pro-business mayor and council, I think it's going to boom. Like, especially, again, I go back to Nuremberg, and again, I wasn't a huge fan of Nuremberg, but he loved San Antonio. Every month, there would be an announcement of a new corporation moving to San Antonio.
Yeah.
And bringing businesses into San Antonio, and that's excitement, and that directly affects the residential market.
Well,
We
it affects
need business
everything.
from San
Growth
I mean,
solves
San Antonio
all
should
problems.
be booming right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's in a good position, but I think we just need that kickstart.
You're right. And San Antonio is in a perfect position compared to Dallas, Austin, Houston because of affordability to move
Our
major
infrastructure
businesses
is far better. It's
here.
cost
All
of
this
living
crap
is far
construction
less.
and the roads will
Yeah.
be done
Yeah.
and all that. Our biggest problem would probably be water, but after that, you get that solved. Boom, let's go.
35 will be done in a few years, or at least probably a substantial amount of it. And when that's done, I-10 is already there. It's already cleaned
1604 needs to get finished.
1604's got about 3 years left, and then that'll be nice. We're at a point, guys, where I believe, again, I really mean this. We're looking where it's going to be 3-4 years, and then we're going to get into a nice, really nice growth mode again. We'll have this year we're going to see us engaging into slight growth from decline. I think next year we'll see maybe even this summer we might see days on market start to drop in certain areas.
I think it's gonna drop naturally.
Yeah,
Just because
naturally is
the way
right.
it is.
Yeah, so natural drop for days on market. We'll start seeing that again.
But we need good jobs,
Yeah,
and that will help out a lot. in San Antonio.
100%. Projects, jobs. I'd like to see. What else would I like to see? I'd like to see more schools. I mean,
Well, there's weird things happening with the schools right now because of the choice.
but it's
that needs
so
to kind of work.
small. The effect that it's 100,000 kids will get into this. Like, that's nothing.
Yeah, but why is Judson closing 3 schools? Why is San Antonio District closing like 4 schools?
Well, certain areas they've moved. They've shifted things
Northeast
around.
closed 2 schools.
It's in a lot of community. Okay, here's what's going on. The kids are not there. The average age in the north, central, and northeast has increased. Those used to be strictly family with kids areas. The amount of children in those areas was up high. But
Where
now
they
the prices of homes has gone up, and so you don't have the replacement. My neighborhood, the median age is much higher
I can see that.
because it's more expensive. And a lot of the same thing is happening in all these established communities. So when that happens, you have less kids in the area, and those are for like middle school, elementary schools, in these communities that maybe had half the homes had kids in them back in the day, where now it's maybe less than a third.
Yeah, because like the downtown schools, kids don't live downtown.
Exactly. So like that's what's happening. That's just natural shift in population, I think. That's what I think it is. I'm not as negative on it. I did read about that, and that was my thought.
And I'm kind of curious about population too.
It's
When
gone
the,
up.
when the census happens, what it would be?
No, they keep track of that. Now, they do keep an overall population tally. And so we've gone up from 2013 to 2013 to 2023. That's the last time I was really watching that time period. It was like an 18% increase. That's a big increase.
That's a huge increase.
Yeah, it's probably about 20% increase now.
Yeah, I saw a statistic this morning. They said one new person moves to San Antonio every 10 minutes. I saw that this morning.
That's
Yeah.
what
The question is, how many of those people buy houses?
That is a good question.
they're going to go into apartment complexes, which are cheap right now, but people will get the itch to buy, and that's inevitable. The population, but that's what I mean. Okay, mark my words. Growth solves everything, all problems. Oh, we have too many apartment complexes? Grow the population.
Exactly.
You need more demand. Grow the population. You want to see more business people going into each restaurant, going into each place. Grow the population. And it's
You have a city deficit.
grow the population.
Yeah. I mean, San Antonio's booming right now in terms of population.
They need to just incentivize having more kids. That's it. This is good though. If I get accepted in that program, my brother's so mad. He's probably not going to get accepted. I could sense the bitterness wafting off of him. If I get it, it would be funny.
I'm not going to go there.
Why not?
Well, you deserve it. You have more kids. He only has 2.
I paid my fair share of property taxes. I think you should, like, oh God, we're going to get into like a whole tirade, but like, dude, if you're paying property taxes, I mean, the whole point is to have your education for your kids paid for. You should be able to take a portion of that and utilize it somewhere else. At least the education.
Well, why should I have to pay school taxes? I don't have
are
kids.
expensive.
I don't have kids.
I think you should.
No.
More.
No, my taxes should be frozen
Frozen because you don't have kids.
because I don't have kids.
But that's part of what funds that growth for society, though. That's your
much for
social. That's a social investment, Jeff. Just because you don't use a road.
Yeah, but you should pay more because you have usury.
I'm
I don't
growing
have
the
any usury
population.
behind
I'm growing the population.
That's right. So you should be
Helping
taxed on
people.
that more.
No, I'm helping. I should be rewarded for helping accomplish what we just said improves our society. This is an investment into your future, all of our futures as my children.
Yeah, next time I go to school, I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna live here. I paid for this. I'm gonna live here. Give me a little office.
Oh Lord, dude, I almost lived in here a long time ago.
when you were single.
Yeah, oh yeah. So that back area, like where Aaron and all them are and stuff, like I was like, man, I could convert that to like a little, almost like a little condo. There's water back there. I've already got it. I'll just make it an efficiency, live off almost nothing, and save even more money, and then just work from the office. I didn't care, but no.
Nope, he had.
I met Alex.
He had to live near Euclid. What was it, Erie or Euclid that you lived?
I was on Euclid at that time. Yeah, that's back when like my neighbors were trying to break into my flipping house every other week, which was great. God, they're such jerks. They're such jerks.
Yeah, we're on time today.
Yeah, we did pretty good.
2:47.
Well, guys, next time I see y'all, I'll be 40 years old and on the downhill,
And I'll still be 50.
and you'll still be 51.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, brother.
Happy birthday.
Well, God bless you guys. You'll have a great weekend.
Bye.